I'm in a game where you swing. Okay, it's actually fun, I promise. I want to learn Godot, and the best way to do that is with a little mobile game. So here's the rules. It's gotta be a really simple game. Like, if I'm not simpler than that math game running game... Ugh. I turned into the fish eating a carrot. Secondly, I only have 4 days to make this thing, because my plan is to hand this into Game Maker Toolkit's 4-day game jam. You know, I was originally gonna call this video, How I Won the GMTK Game Jam. Just to make it fun, I'm gonna be using the open source Godot engine, which is pretty much the Blender of game engines, so that should make this really easy. So pretty much my only concept was the ability to place poles midair to swing to the end of the stage, and you know, if you hit an obstacle, then, you know. Godot is actually surprisingly easy to get into. I'd already seen like a tutorial or two on how to use this software, so actually diving in was fucking okay, how do I add collision? I have decided to remove collision. So the first step to realizing this game is implementing a way to read the player's inputs, and since my game only uses like one button, I'm just gonna make one input named action. That should work. That's what games do. Like Sonic Adventure 2 does this, and that okay, that's bad. This actually registers my input. I'm a genius. Yeah, you could call me the Godot. That's gotta be some kind of slur. Okay, so this isn't that impressive, so let's actually add some basic swinging, which, you know, it's just a rigid body rotating around a point above them, so it shouldn't be that hard at all. Wait, no, we're not supposed to do that. How do I place this in the direction of the fucking player? Oh my god, it's almost 11. And I fucking broke something. Alright. Why is there no gravity? Terrible comments incoming. We just need to tweak the mass a bit, like we make a massive change, you know what I'm saying? Okay, no! That's not it. I'm not tweaking that anymore. That's okay. I need to charge this laptop. That was more difficult than I was expecting, but thankfully all that was left to do for the prototype was create a way to win and a way to lose. You know, basic collision detection. That's easy. So I started watching Shortcat. It legit took me like half an hour to get death working. Mine is Shortcat, maybe like 10 minutes. Okay, that's death, but now let's actually get some win collision working. So basically this code is gonna run when we hit a collider with a specific group name, and you know, a normal dev would just say like win_collision or something normal. I need to copy and paste this every time. I think if you showed this to Brackies, he would explode. He would die. Okay. 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 We got a video game! Alright, so we got a way to swing, die, and win. That's a pretty solid start so far, but I'm getting pretty tired of this Godot guy. So let's try to fix that in game. So I made these little sketches of a character while driving a car, and I thought they looked pretty cool, you know. They're a little squiggly, but to be fair, I was like super drunk. So using my, I think, legitimately decade-old Wacom drawing tablet, I don't even know how I got this. I started tracing this ninja guy, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like this dude. Like, I especially like the way he doesn't look like Randy Cunningham. I'm expecting 0 comments. So I got to replacing the player as well as drawing up this pole texture, which is just a work in progress for now, and I'll definitely change it in the future. And we got some basic graphics implemented. Now, an unattractive person would, you know, stop here and do something useful, like continue with level design, or maybe make winning actually load the next stage, or maybe add some cool new gimmicks or level interactions. But fortunately, I'm very attractive. I gave him arms. I'm messing around. I actually did end up doing all those things, as well as implement collectible stars and this cool damage collider that swaps every time he plays a pole. This is a lot of stuff, and I definitely could have spent this time on enjoying my time in Italy. Hey, did I mention I was in fucking Italy? I'm literally staying inside making this stupid game instead of enjoying my time. Why are you holding a game jam the 2 weeks that I get to spend my time in fucking Italy, man? Yeah, this is okay. actually made a fully functioning prototype of the game, complete with 3 levels and even a windscreen, which, it's pretty much the standard of quality for me. This game is actually shaping up right now. If this is what we're able to achieve in just one day, imagine what we could do tomorrow. You know, I had to Google how to change the text size in Notepad for this video. I don't think there's much hope for me.
Where are your friends?
So I want to start out the day by actually uploading the game, because if I end up having exporting issues, I'd rather figure that all out now than at the last minute. The first thing I did for this was finalizing some level design, so I upped the level count from 3 to 5. Yeah, hey, I know, thank you. Hey, it was hard, but we made it. I got started making some placeholder graphics for these bamboo sticks, which show you how many pulls you have left, and these stars, which I should have kept these for the final game. I'm not sure. I was at this point I actually wanted to make some thumbnail art for the game to put something on the itch.io page that wasn't, you know. So I actually got started with... Oh my. Let's keep that for later. And so, 50 hours and 21 minutes into the game jam, I published my game to the itch.io page. And honestly, if this was all I was gonna get done, then that'd be terrible. I'd lose my integrity. But I would have something. Like, it's a game jam. It's alright if it's a little unfinished. My goal is to learn Godot here. That aside, I was getting kind of tired of these gelatin blocks, so let's actually lock in on the graphics. Actually shaping up. The biggest change here is probably the windscreen. Like, I made this little Mario 64, I hate Can you just say ass? We know what you're saying. I made a Mario 64 inspired peace sign pose, and I also made a graphic for how many stars you collected, which is cool. They get like increasingly more happy. I love this. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this windscreen. This is pretty much what it looks like now. Much better than just skipping to the next stage immediately. For the sound effects, I just grabbed stuff off Pixabay and edited around a little bit, which ended up sounding pretty decent. So all that's left now is music. Now thankfully, I don't need any outside help for this since I have FL Studio installed on my PC and, well, I'm kind of a beat wizard. Whoa, someone just offered to make music out of the blue. That's kind of wacky. I can't believe that. So after kind of begging Keegan to make music for me and a bit of waiting, I got sent this amazing background track, which is like, this is genuinely amazing. It carries the game. Oh my god, this game is like really good. I'm like really enjoying the... Yo, this shit sucks. This song like genuinely makes the game sound somewhat like a professional product, so I really want to give a shout out to Keegan, and if you want to support this song, then you can check it out on Spotify. I'll have the link in the description. Now, this ninja guy is looking pretty cool already, but I wanted to do one thing to spice him up a bit. He's got a scarf that kind of goes unused in his design right now, so I thought, what if I just make this trail behind the player? So, to end off the day, I spent about an hour trying to get a trail graphic to work with ChatGPT. And then I looked up a YouTube tutorial and I did it in 4 minutes. So, if you need proof that AI is not it, then this is the only thing you need. Alright, we made some solid progress, and I'm actually gonna end it here for today because, well, it's 5 a.m. and I wanna fucking kill myself. So, let's update this itch.io page. No.
Everybody loves gaming.
I forgot how much Shortcat I watched yesterday. Alright, we have 7 hours left, so here's the plan. I'm currently in a car ride back from Italy. Hey, did I mention I was in fucking Italy? We reach our destination at 3 p.m., meaning I have 4 hours to check into the hotel, get into my room, set up the Wi-Fi, and upload the game. If I don't get everything I want for the game done by the time I'm out of the car, I'm just gonna have to live with it. So alright, let's try to crank out as many levels as we can before we get there. Fuck yeah. Alright, so I'm about an hour away from the hotel now, and technically the game is fully playable, but we pretty much have two major problems right now. The game feels kind of short, and there's not that much visual variety. Like, you're pretty much in the same orange dojo the whole game. Now, I could use this last hour to crunch solve both of these problems individually, but Miyamoto has that famous quote: "A good idea is something that does not solve just one single problem, but rather can save you time because the car ride's almost over and you're almost not in Italy anymore." And did I mention Luke is in fucking Italy? So here's my plan. If we take our 15 stages and change the background every 5 levels, we can pretend to have 3 worlds. You don't have 15 measly stages, you have 3 whole worlds to explore. This also has the benefit to kind of split up all the mechanics. Like, this swapping damage collider can now have a whole world dedicated to it instead of having to be sprinkled into the previous world. The very last thing I did for the game was make a logo, which I didn't have internet in the car, so it's just a screenshot I took of my laptop screen. It's still on the page, I didn't really care. And so, with both of our major issues fixed and a little under 3 hours left in the game jam, I crashed at the hotel, plugged in the Wi-Fi as soon as I could, and we're done. So, the jam's over now, and I've worked on the game for a collective 14 hours instead of enjoying my time in Italy. But that's okay, because now I'm finally able to take a break from game development and relax in the Netherlands. Oh, fuck. The reception was actually pretty sweet. I got a bunch of comments telling me they enjoyed the game, with actually very little feedback, which I'll take as a win. As for the actual placement, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. It's not exactly a top-notch game or anything. The game barely fits the theme of the jam, and the controls leave very little room for error. Like, one mistake and your momentum is gone, but I'm still quite happy with what I achieved here. It's not gonna get a mention in GMTK's video or anything, but I've got a bit of a better grasp on Godot now, and I'm happy with that. Oh, speaking of, Game Maker's Toolkit just uploaded this video for the Game Jam. Let's check it out and see the roundup. I'm Game Maker's Toolkit, and today we're talking about the worst indie games from my Game Jam. Oh, that's kind of mean. Like, talking about... Now, we all fucking hate this guy. What the fuck? Well, that was fun. There's just one issue, though, and that is that I have no idea if I should continue development on this game, as I've been working on a little 2D Fox game. You know what to do. Thank you. Okay. And I don't want to take time away from that, so if you want to see this game expanded upon, please leave a comment. I'm definitely reading every comment on this video, so if there's a couple of you who want me to continue this, I'll consider it. I'm definitely making a 3D game next, though, so click here if you want to see all the ways that goes wrong. But I'm sure it won't. I'm quite good. The Godot and stuff like that.